Hi guys, today we are going to do a tie-dye look and I have two nail tips, so I'm going to show you two different ways to do that. So I have two coats of white on here and I'm going to be putting matte on top of one of them, but that will be for the next session. So I'm going to set one aside this way I can put the matte top coat on, and I'm going to show you the one to do with gel polish. Now I'm showing you this because this was super huge on my Instagram. Everybody wanted me to show how I did it. So I'm just going to use the colors that I use for my clients, which are all Nobility colors right now, and this is by Le Chat. Hot green, blue jazz, yellow, orange, hot pink, and purple passion. So I have a little flat palette that I can put out here for you guys. So the way that I like to do this, I'm going to use one of my favorite brushes actually, which is the number 2 gel brush from Crystal Nails. I'm trying not to get fuzz into my design. So it's actually a long gel brush, which I really like. So I like to start out with yellow first because it's just easier for me, and as the colors come around it just blends better as far as I'm concerned. So put some yellow on the palette. It's probably a little bit too much, but I tend to overdo it all the time. So I'm going to be making kind of like a swirl type pattern. So I'm going to be picking up some of this, and you don't want a lot, but you don't want too little either. So I'm going to start in the center here. Oop. And I'm going to make it skinnier in the center and then wider at the bottom. So basically you're making like a wave, I guess you could say. And then I'm going to fill all of this at the bottom with yellow. And it doesn't have to be perfect, of course. Now, we're not going to be curing in between layers. And you can even tighten this up a little bit. I think I'm going to, because your final design will be more interesting the more swirly it is. I think this needs to be a little bit wider over here as well. Okay, so set that to the side, and I'm just going to gently wipe off my brush like this, and then I'm going to grab the orange. So basically like a rainbow, but like with neon. So now I'm going to go on the outside of this. So I'll turn this, and this is, do I want to go on the outside? No, I think I want to go on the inside. Yeah, I'll go on the inside. So you're just going to butt it right up to the yellow. And if this gets a little bit messy, I mean, it doesn't matter. See how that's like a little bit messy? I don't care, because it's also not going to matter. So same thing, thinner at the tip, thicker towards the base. Turn it. Okay, that looks good. So next color in our color wheel is going to be pink. Okay. Also going on the inside. Okay, so turn it. Flip this, and this is all without curing. Okay, so now you have like a 3-color like swoosh going on. Oops. I actually didn't get it on the bottom. I'm shocked. Wipe that off as well. Next color is going to be purple. Same thing. This is going on the inside of the pink. You definitely want to make sure that this does not touch the yellow, because if this touches the yellow, then yellow and purple make brown. So we definitely don't want that problem at all. So I'm just going to, oops, sorry. I'm going to be a little bit more careful with this one, especially since it is darker as well. I mean, this seems like it takes such a long time just because like I'm doing obviously a larger nail tip for video's sake, but in real life, like, it really doesn't take that long to do this, because obviously clients are getting multiple nails and it's not so bad. So next color is going to be blue, which is going to be perfect for the inside of this, because now I'm going to fill this whole center here all the way up with the blue. And this is okay that it touches the yellow, because blue and yellow make green. And green is gonna be our next color. Okay, oh, fuzz. And I'm going to extend this out as well. And what you can do is either you can just do green being very small and fill in, or should I say very large and fill in the whole thing, or you can just start back over with the color wheel if you wish. For the video purposes, I'm just going to fill in that color with the green. We'll fill in the white with the green, so it'll make it easier. And over here. Now, so for the next part, you have to decide whether you want to go from the inside out or the outside in, because obviously none of this gel polish is cured yet, so you want to decide how you want your design to look. Now, I prefer to go from the inside, drag from the inside out, because it's easier for me typically when I'm with a client, but I mean, it's definitely personal preference. So I'm going to be using the Zero Long brush for this. This is from Crystal Nails as well. Now just make sure that your brush has enough flexibility before you start doing this. So definitely going to need a little wipe or whatever in between, because you don't want to deposit color. So I'm gonna start from probably right down in here. Yeah, right through this corner here. Okay, and then I'm just gonna drag it out. And then you can either want to deposit this color inside the middle, or you can wipe it off. So wipe and then drag it. I mean, and you can make these as close together as you want. Just make sure that you are turning your client's fingers and angling your brush properly so it gives the tie-dye look. And as you can see, I'm like wiping every couple. But again, that's total preference. You can see, like, because of that, I have a little bit of colors in there, which I kind of dig. But tie-dye is always super popular in the summertime here in Detroit. People request it all the time. Okay, so that's cool. Definitely cool, fun tie-dye look. So then you can cure that. Wipe your brush, and then you can just either leave it like that, or you can put some like a shimmer glitter, whatever, on it if you like, or something maybe that your client prefers. So I'm going to be using the Extreme Top Shine, of course, by Crystal Nails, my favorite right now. And then top coats. And your top coat will fill in all the little ridges and stuff that you might have. This is what the final look is. Super fun. Okay, so the next one, I'm going to use the alcohol ink. So I have the ones from Jellyco here. Jelly ink, so number 5, 11, 4, 12, 6, and 9. So, again, I'm probably going to start with yellow, so that is number 12. I just find that it's easier to start with the lighter colors and then work my way darker. This way I don't muddy everything up. So for this, I have this basic brush, basically, and it's not like it's my favorite brush or anything. This is just a brushes that I buy to do random things with, because these inks, they stain, so you have to make sure that they actually are not going to ruin one of your good brushes. So, like I said earlier, I have this white tip, and I'm going to put a matte top coat over it. I'm using Crystal Nails Matte Ever, and of course I have one, Matte Ever, sorry it's a little bit beat up. I have one just for white, but it's supposed to have been white, but I accidentally put the glitter on this one. Instead of, because you can see, like, this brush, I mean, it has like white in it, so it'll still like turn matte, but if I was to use this on other colors, then there's going to be some white in it, and I obviously don't want that, so that's why I always have a separate brush. So this, I'm also going to start from the center, and we're going to make like a similar pattern, or you can also do circles or lines, whichever it is, the way that you want it. But then the way that I feel about tie-dye is that the swoosh pattern actually looks more tie-dye to me. So now we have our matte top coat nail. So obviously gonna have to be fast with this. So I have my little palette here, and then I'm gonna have a wipe like next to it. Put some on my brush, and then I'm gonna start in the center like this, and then just kind of wiggle my way out. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but basically we want this to look like little hatched lines. So I'm gonna need more because this stuff dries super duper fast, guys. So okay, so orange is next. Make sure you close these. Orange is number, I think this is orange 4. This might be red. Hold on. Let's see what color it is. Oh, it's red, but that's okay. So we'll use red. I thought I grabbed orange. I do have all of them, but I honestly don't feel like getting up. So grab the red because, I mean, you're going to put the red on the inside anyway, so the red is going to kind of make an orange color more than likely in the center. It still looks cute. I like that. That looks cool. Alright. So, next one. I have pink. And this is very, very neon pink. Ooh, yes, very, very neon pink. I'm going to put that right up next to the red, so same situation. Turn it. I kind of have this rustic type look. I like that. Okay, so now I'm going to like a completely different color range, and you can see that I did have some like red in my pink, which is fine. So I do have some blending fluid. Jellicoe calls theirs FX solution. So I'm just going to clean this little baby brush. So nice and clean now. So next color is purple. And I like this purple because it's kind of like a lilac-y type purple. Same thing. So this is going all the way in. See, it's just like scratchy, etchy in there. Okay, clean that. Why not? Next color, blue. So this one is a light blue. And I'm going to start from the center here because I want to like try to make this one slightly bigger. Ooh. Definitely, definitely dirty. Okay, so this needs more definitely. That looks cool. All right. Green. It's like a limeade almost, all right? Okay, so now this one, I am going to add some more yellow. I'm gonna add a couple more lines, I think, because I have more room, and obviously I'm not going to be pulling through on this one, so kind of overlap this a bit, because that's fun. And then let's do red. I'm kind of glad I grabbed the red and not the orange, because I think it's prettier and darker actually. That's cool. And then pink. And then do one purple. Ooh. I'm gonna do purple, but I have to be careful because I got the yellow here. I think it'll be okay, as long as I'm careful. Tricky, tricky, guys. See, this is why I try not to get too carried away. All right. So I'm just going to just dab. Just have some of the hatching come in. Turn this way, because I really wanted to hatch over here. So you can definitely like use the blending fluid to like help you out. Okay, so this is where like you would want to touch up anything. So like this red, like I feel like definitely needs a little bit of a touch up. So I'm just going to go into the blending fluid here, and I'm going to freshen up this red here. And I'm going to go back in. And just make it slightly darker. Okay, cool. I really like how that turned out. So I'm just going to top coat it now. Of course, with Top Shine Extreme. I really like this top coat because it definitely has a rubber-like finish, and it grips onto most of the things that is underneath. So definitely with inks, do not wipe. You don't want to do this with your brush. You don't want to do this. Okay, you see how flat this is and doesn't have like any product on it? You want to make sure that you have a decent amount. This way you can float your product over. It might be a little bit more like per product cost, but make sure that you're charging accordingly, because otherwise you're gonna make your nail art a hot mess. And you just did all this work. Why would you want to do that? Okay, cure that into the light for at least 60 seconds. You can do a whole bunch of stuff like with alcohol inks or even aquarelle painting. It's honestly really up to you. It just really depends on what my client wants. I do offer lots of different things in the shop. Most of my clients, they literally have no idea what half of these items even do, and that's up to us obviously to do what we need to do. So I'll show you the finished nail so you guys can see. It's really cool. And I think this would also be really great for like if you wanted to do like impressionist painting or like kids art or something like that, because it kind of looks like marker scribbles and stuff. But that would be really fun. You could do watercolor painting with this, of course, like definitely with any kind of inks. It's definitely a thing. So don't let just what it's for like limit you on what you could actually do with it. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I have no problem answering. Please check out my Amazon shop, as well as any affiliate links I have listed down below. Reach out with any problems or troubleshooting. This way we can get the show on the road. Thanks for watching. Bye.